What's up guys, it's Amanda and welcome back to my art channel. Today I'm going to be doing my second Inktober update. In the first update I showed you drawings for days 1 through 15, and in this update I'm going to be showing you the update for days 16 through 31. So let's get started. And again, this is the same sketchbook that I started in, and it's decorated with these lovely stickers. These stickers were done by Edward Suo, by the way. I don't think I mentioned that in the first video, but they're amazing. So let's just find our place here. So you might remember this was day 15 and this was the final sketch that I showed you in the previous update. Then we have day 16. This drawing was inspired by the song Blackbird by the Beatles, Blackbird singing in the dead of night. Take these broken wings and learn to fly. That was kind of the lyric behind this idea. And I would really love to turn this into a finished piece just because there's a lot more details that I would really like to add, like the second wing and just more details to the cage in general. But I do really like this concept, and I love how striking it looks to just have the red, the black, and the white. I think it looks really cool. Day 17, this is some fan art for a webcomic called Stasis, and I've basically hyped it up a lot. I actually just received the physical copy of the first book. It looks like this. So beautiful. I want to dedicate a whole review to this on my channel, so stay tuned for that because I'm so in love. I'll link it down below for you guys if you're interested. But these are the author's characters, Ariadne, Des, and Vire, and they're so beautiful. I love them. So I drew that for her. Then day 18, I decided to draw my witch Sona according to that quiz that was going around for a while. Basically, my witch Sona is a theological witch whose personality is just described as tired, and her power is summoning. So I kind of figured I'd be the kind of witch that's like, she could be evil, or she could just take a nap. And I feel like that's definitely me. So yeah, this one was a lot of fun to create. This is for day 19, basically just a little doodle. I really wanted to draw a girl with a third eye, and I really like the way this came out. At this point with the Pentel Pocket Brush Pen, I was getting a lot more comfortable doing very, very tiny lines. I used that pen even for the eyelashes, which you can see are very, very detailed. It's a little bit easier when the pen isn't freshly saturated with a lot of ink. I've had to refill my pen twice now since doing Inktober, but I don't know, I'm really getting a lot more comfortable working with that, and I've been falling just more and more in love with it every single day. So this was a lot of fun to create. Day 20 is one of my favorites because it's a 2-page spread. I really wanted to draw Inuyasha and Sesshomaru at some point during Inktober just because Inuyasha's the first anime I ever really fell in love with, and I love it. So I really wanted to do some fan art, and I thought that this looked really, really cool. So for this piece, I used a black Copic marker for the majority of the background, but to ink the actual figures and to outline right around them, I used the Pentel Pocket Brush Pen, and I really liked the way this came out. Day 21, I decided to draw my original characters, Helios and Volana, and they're based on the sun and the moon. And I don't know, I just thought it would kind of be fun to draw them in like a yin and yang kind of thing. And basically, the orbs that they're holding in their hands is kind of how they see each other and how they imagine each other in each other's lives, I guess, if that makes sense. And this was done in Copic markers, gray brush pens, and I added a little bit of metallic gel pen as well. This is day 22. This is like my one cop-out drawing for Inktober. It's a really super easy drawing. It's very straightforward. It did not take a lot of time to do, but I really did want to do something like this because as a result of Inktober, I finally passed 500 subscribers on Instagram, and I also reached my milestone on YouTube of over 850 subscribers, and I'm actually almost at 900 subscribers now. So it's crazy. So this was basically just a thank you page and a way to kind of just commemorate the milestones. So it's not super detailed, but I don't know, it was still pretty fun to create. Day 23 is one of my favorites because I'm finally back to drawing some Batgirl and Nightwing fan art, and I miss drawing these two, and I feel like this piece just captures how much I missed it. Like, this is the Dick and Babs fandom, and this is me like running towards it to embrace it because I've missed it so much. So it's a little bit dramatic, but it was a good way for me to practice kind of expressions and emotions, and I really miss doing like this kind of grayscale work. So that's day 23. Day 24, I decided to draw 11 from Stranger Things, and after the fact, I realized this drawing would have been so much better if I had done it on day 11 of Inktober, but I didn't think about it, and I'm kicking myself, but I did kind of a similar concept that I did for my Harley Quinn, the Doctor is Insane piece. I'm using a lot of air quotes today, sorry. But basically in that piece, I drew Harley Quinn half as the Doctor, Harleen Quinzel, and then on the other half, I drew her as Harley Quinn. And I kind of wanted to do a similar thing here. I basically drew 11 in her character's two most identifiable forms, when she's wearing the blonde wig and the pink dress, and then when she's wearing kind of these brainwave scanners and the hospital gown. So yes, and then I did the signature Eggo waffle in the background. This was so fun. I love the way this came out. This piece was really simple, but it was a concept that was really challenging for me. I wanted to attempt to do kind of like a half cyborg, half angel character. And I really wanted it to be like she was battling between the two sides of her. Like she's kind of ashamed of her mechanical elements. And you can see she's kind of covering her mechanical eye, and she's feeling kind of very defeated and confused. And I inked this using Staedtler Tri-Plus fine liners. I really think it's a cool look, and it's a concept I want to play around with more. And again, I used a little bit of metallic gel pen in some of the places. So this was a lot of fun. Day, what is this, day 25? 26? Did I get the numbers wrong? I don't know. But this is the day that this is. I think it's day 26, but whatever. I decided to draw my original characters. These are some newer characters. I'm still kind of playing around with their design and their concept and their backstory and everything. But basically, they're not really good guys, but they're not really bad guys either. And they're kind of like a small gang of just like misfits that hang out together. And this guy here on the left is Paradox. I'm gonna call him Dox for short. Then in the middle we have Jinx. I've drawn her once before, and I really liked the way her character looked, so I decided to make her an official, oh my god, I can't talk. So that's when I decided to make her an official original character. Then I decided to add a third character to the group, and this is Misanthropy. It's based on the word misanthrope, which means hater of people. And I thought Anthropy kind of sounded like a cool name. So yeah, they're all just like friends, I guess. Well, maybe she's not anybody's friend because she hates people. But I don't know. I like this idea, and I think it could be a lot of fun. So I wanted to draw them and just kind of flesh them out a little bit more, and I really like them. Day 27, I really wanted to do a more autumnal kind of piece to welcome in the cooler weather. It's finally starting to cool down where I live. It's still pretty warm outside, but the leaves are slowly beginning to change, and it's making me really excited for the holiday time. So I decided to draw a girl. This is again using the Pentel Pocket brush pen, and then a few multi-liners to get some hatching in there. And then the colors are colored brush pens, these Sakura colored brush pens. And I really kind of wanted to challenge myself a little bit with the perspective. I wish I would have pushed it a little bit more so you felt like you were really kind of looking down at her from like a bird's, not quite a bird's eye view, but just that it was like a little bit more intense, like that. You get what I mean? like that. But I do still really like the end result. Day, oh god, 28? I don't remember, guys. Yeah, day 28. This is just a quick doodle that I did. I'm not super happy with every element of this, particularly some of the proportions. I'm not thrilled about the way the cat turned out because I'm not super confident drawing animals. And one of the parts that really bothered me is I forgot to ink in like a shadow underneath here. And I feel like that really would have grounded her a little bit and the pose would have made a little bit more sense. But I do like her character design with the cute little dress, knee-high socks, and the kind of side shave hairstyle. I think it looks pretty cool. Day 29, this of course is one of my favorite drawings. This was the Inktober piece that we did as part of the Artstravaganza crew. I was going to say crew, but that doesn't sound right. This was basically the Inktober piece that I did with the Artstravaganza group, and basically our goal was to create a character or draw a character with magical powers. So like a witch, a warlock, a wizard, a Wiccan, just a magical being in general. You can definitely check out that video because that went up this last Saturday, actually. So you can check this out. And I think you guys will like it a lot. I basically talk a little bit more about this piece and about the Artstravaganza group as a whole. So you definitely want to watch it. And my character, this is basically like a voodoo queen, and she's based off of Angela Bassett's character in season 3 of American Horror Story. So that was a lot of fun to create. And then it kind of bled through, so I skipped this page. Day 30, this is a little Star Wars tribute. I realized that I don't do a lot of Star Wars fan art, and I kind of wanted to change that, so I decided to draw BB-8, C-3PO, and R2-D2, and I kind of wanted it to be like this dramatic, silent, like, moment where it's like, dun, 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 but it's like kind of anticlimactic because BB-8's like, whoa, and C-3PO is like, what? And then R2-D2 is just like, burp. So hopefully that kind of came across and was really easy to read. Had a lot of fun drawing this, and in fact I kind of want to turn it into a print. I think it would sell really well, and if I just cleaned up a couple of the lines in Photoshop, I think it would be really good to sell at a convention that I have coming up in a couple of months. So yay, I'm super happy with the way this came out. Then the final Inktober drawing for 2016, I decided to end it on a spoopy note, being that this was for the day of Halloween. So I decided to draw a little witch, and again, there's some proportion issues that I'm not too happy about, particularly with the legs, but I'm really proud of the way the upper half of her body looks. I don't know, I just think it looks cute with her kind of peeking out from behind the book, and I don't know, I like it. And she's sitting on this kind of crescent moon, and the moon's being held up by these spider webs. I don't know. I wasn't sure what I wanted to draw on the last day of Inktober, and then this just kind of came to mind, and I'm glad I went with it. And I think what makes it even more perfect is that the moon is kind of a tribute to the very first page that I did for Inktober, which does kind of feature this moon in the background. So you can kind of see how they tie in together. And that is all of the art that I created for Inktober 2016. I did make quite a dent into this sketchbook. I'd say I'm a little over halfway done with it. I'm not a huge fan of the paper, especially working with ink and markers. It's not bad, but it's not great either. So I don't know if I'll continue working in this sketchbook or not, because I don't know, I kind of feel like it's the end of Inktober, it's the end of a project. I don't really have a lot more that I want to invest in this sketchbook, because I kind of feel like Inktober had a beginning and an end, and that started and ended in this sketchbook. So I don't really feel motivated to keep drawing in it. I feel like it's probably a better idea for me to finish up my other sketchbook and move on from there. But let me know what you guys think. And I hope you guys enjoyed Inktober. You can check out all of these pieces in more detail over on my Instagram, or if you want to see more high resolution images, you can check that out on my DeviantArt. All the links are going to be down below for you, so it's real easy. And that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys Friday with my Artsy Fartsy Friday video for the week. Bye guys!